Thank you for joining us today. We're going to quickly do a review on the jumbo loan highlights for Denver. Home buyers that have questions, of course, can reach out to us 7 days a week by calling 800-962-0677 and visit us at jumbomortgagesource.com. Okay, so the first thing we like to do is always determine what exactly is a jumbo loan and what is a conforming or conventional mortgage. Conforming loan limits, these are for basic standard conforming or conventional loans. In Colorado, and really most of the U.S. for that matter, the limit for a one-unit property is currently $726,200. Colorado does have many high-cost counties within it, kind of like California, and some of those high-cost counties do go higher than the standard conforming loan limit. In Arapahoe County, the limit is $787,750, and then other counties throughout Colorado, we've listed some of them here, like Boulder, Garfield, Eagle Lake County. Some of those can go over $1 million for just a basic conforming or conventional loan. So, depending on the purchase price of your home, this obviously determines if you would need a jumbo loan, because any loan amount that exceeds this, again, not the purchase price of the home, but the actual loan amount, if it exceeds this, then it would be classified as a jumbo loan. Okay, so for the jumbo loans, the current limits, financing is available up to 95% financing. Um, and the limits are currently between 1.5 and $2 million. This can vary depending on the county that you're in. And it's important to check the website for any updates because these loan limits can and do change. And the conforming loan limits especially, those have been changing recently. I believe they've changed the last 5 years in a row. So it's always a good idea to get updated. This is again based on 2023 currently. For the 90% jumbo loans, there's options available from 2 to 3 million, and then 80% loan to value, there's options available over $3 million, and higher loan amounts are available with a greater down payment of maybe 25 or 30% down. We're going to focus here really on the most popular programs, which is the 5% down and the 10% down jumbo loan. Kind of crammed in a lot of information here, but we're going to go through it pretty quickly. Again, loan amounts anywhere between 1.5 and 2 million. Credit scores, generally for credit qualifying, borrowers want to make sure that they have credit scores over 680. Loans that get really over a million, maybe 1.2, sometimes those can require a little bit higher credit score. Documentation requirements, these are all these programs, these are all full documentation loans, which would require complete income and asset documentation, just the same as any conventional mortgage. 2 years of W-2s if you're regularly employed, and tax returns, of course, if you're self-employed. Couple of months of documentable assets for your down payment, your closing costs, and any reserves that may be required. Some of these programs, they can require 3 months to maybe 9 months or more in payment reserves, depending on especially the higher loan amounts. When you're talking about loans over maybe $2 million, those can require reserves, payment reserves. And that is after the down payment and closing costs are made and satisfied. And payment reserves, that it's not required that that's liquid savings. That can be non-liquid retirement accounts like an IRA or a 401k account. Those type accounts can satisfy the reserve requirements. But again, reserves can depend greatly, whether it's just a couple months of reserves or maybe 6, 9 months of reserves, depend greatly on the type of loan and the loan amount and down payment, things of that nature. Property types include, of course, primary and vacation, second homes. Second homes will require generally a little bit greater down payment. Most of the second home options start at 90% loan to value. Single family townhomes and most condos are approved. Investment properties are permitted with a 20% or greater down payment. And then there is construction to permanent financing that is available with a 10% down payment. Transaction types include all your standard purchase and rate and term refinance. And available terms are, of course, all the common ARM and fixed rate options that are available with your regular conventional loans, and they're all fully amortized. There are combo loan options or piggyback combo loans with a first and second mortgage. This is often utilized for really two reasons. For the buyer, first, to avoid paying private mortgage insurance or PMI in the case that they are putting less than 20% for a down payment. This is commonly utilized by many lenders and banks, and often very beneficial to home buyers, again, that have a lower down payment. By also breaking up the loan, though, a lot of times we can keep the first mortgage at or below the conforming loan limit, and home buyers then will be able to utilize slightly lower interest rate too, because the interest rates on conventional loans are going to be a little bit more attractive. So there's a few reasons behind that, and again, if you check on the website, there's more details on that. For the 10% down payment details, again, loan amounts 2 million plus, and buyers, again, credit score requirements are all pretty much the same, and these can fluctuate. From lending guidelines change often, especially in a market that's changing like it has been over the last really 6 months, especially. So as the market changes, lenders and banks, they often adjust their guidelines frequently as well. So we try to keep the most up-to-date information on the website at all times. Again, documents required would be, complete income and asset documentation. And there are, once you start to get to 10 or 15% for a down payment, there are some limited documentation programs that are available once the down payments get a little bit higher. And those include maybe bank statement programs where you can qualify based on your 12 months bank statements. This is often helpful for self-employed home buyers. So those are options as well. Property types are, again, just like the previous, all the same: single family, primary, and selected condos. And transaction types include the same. And there are also cash out refinance options. So for home buyers that have significant equity and may want to do a cash out refinance, there are options that are available for that as well, up to 90%. Available terms, again, all the same. Common adjustable rate and fixed rate options, and again, combo loan options, piggyback combo loans, 80-10 loans are available, again, to avoid PMI and utilize lower interest rates. Okay, again, for the documentation and reserve requirements, we briefly touched on that. We'll touch on it again, fully documented. 2 years tax returns and or W-2s for those buyers that are regularly employed. It's always a good idea for your assets to document the down payment and closing costs. Those will generally require previous 3 months of statements for a savings account or money market account, or whatever, wherever the funds are coming from for the down payment and closing costs. And then again, if you need to document any additional reserves for a requirement account, generally the most recent quarterly statement for like a 401k or an IRA account would be sufficient for that. Other types of programs, again, bank statement options are available for home buyers, self-employed buyers, up to 90%. Vacation, second homes available up to 90%, and then construction permanent financing. This is true construction permanent financing for new construction. This doesn't include a spec home maybe in a development that a builder is constructing on their own and selling directly. Transactions like that would be viewed as just any normal purchase transaction, and there's often financing options available up to 95% for those type of new homes that are, again, being sold directly, already constructed and sold directly by the builder too. Again, home buyers that have questions, please reach out to us 7 days a week by calling 800-962-0677 and visit us at jumbomortgagesource.com. Thank you.